Hey, I'm Will Wheaton, and I have just received a dump truck full of gold bullion to tell you to watch the Scene Snobs.
Have you and your furry best friend ever been bored? We have a cure for that. Get your subscription box with our affiliate link now.
Welcome to the Scene Snobs Podcast.
Welcome to Scene Snobs Podcast, everybody. Welcome. It is Tuesday night. Of course, we are live. I'm your host, Mick Manhattan, joined as always by the man, the myth, the legend, the icon, Mr. Casey the Madman Blott.
Why, thank you, my good friend. It's a pleasure to be here as always. How are you doing this evening?
I am fantastic, sir. I'm getting the room a little bit more in order. Nothing on the walls yet. Nothing there yet.
Nothing yet.
I'm pulling it together. There's the dog is nice and quiet tonight.
Yes, everything. Well, the family's back at the house. That's good.
Yes, everybody's
That's
back. Good. HVAC unit is fixed. We, knock on wood, things are going pretty well. So we're just kind of doing our thing. We got a lot of stuff going on, buddy.
Yeah, man. A lot of stuff going on. Stuff coming out our ears.
Dude, listen. All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to talk at you for a few minutes, kind of get you a little warm and fuzzy on the insides.
Okay, before we get warm and fuzzy, I already have a gripe. All right.
Okay.
That is a very cute commercial. You have someone who will happily read that script for you.
Absolutely. Of course. Here's the thing, Casey. It's not that I never want you to read anything or that I never want you. You're a intensely busy human being.
You just have to send me a script and I will sit down at any point and just go, okay, do.
Do you think there was a script ready for that when I made it?
Yes.
No. I had the idea of the video. I put it together. Okay, so like if you count like action lines in the script, that was ready. And then like I threw it up on TikTok and I'm like, okay, what do I say? Here we go. And then I just roll with it. So
I mean, it was fantastic though. You did a great job. I do love it.
If you take what I can do is if you went and just recorded all of that audio, I can overlay it.
Done.
And then it's your voice. So there's that, and I'll give you the reads. I keep forgetting. You have to be fair.
No,
I keep forgetting because I'm telling you all this other stuff. It's like, Casey, we need to do this. We need to do this.
No, I understand. We have a lot going on, and especially we have just started the downhill rolling process of just picking up steam and just going nuts with adding stuff and doing stuff, and I love it. Our new show coming up is one of my favorite shows that I think you've ever come up with. Your brainchild is brilliant for that.
Thank you, and we're saving that one.
Oh yeah, we are.
Because only our patrons know about it right now because I put it up early on Patreon.
Ooh, look at you go, fancy schmancy.
I put one of the new shows up on Patreon. Our new non-live show is up on Patreon. It's going to be on Patreon today. It's going to drop on Discord Thursday.
Word. And
then it's going to premiere on our YouTube channel Friday. And I think that's how I'm going to start doing things.
I like it.
Just to kind of give everybody a little bit of because we're going to have a lot more recorded content. Real Combat Season 2 starts recording this weekend.
This weekend's going to be intense. I saw some of those matchups. It's looking
crazy.
heavy. It's looking heavy.
There's some wild ones. The only thing I wish though is like we had more women a part of it.
Yeah, seriously, man. I feel like it's definitely dude fest. We need a lot more people. Everybody feel free to come on.
I don't like Kathleen was on last year, and I had a couple of others that were on last year. And Kathleen, if you want to be a part of it, I will make a special episode for you to be not a special.
Yes.
Well, yes, I will make an extra episode for the season to have you on because we love you.
Yes.
So, but like if women want to join in and do it, it's a debate show about movies. It's fantastic, and we have a very special season finale planned.
Who is that? I mean, I know I get a rematch.
You are getting a rematch with Michael Colby.
Colby, one of what I consider to be the funniest human beings on this planet. So it's a struggle. to try to bring it against him. The game must be strong.
The season finale, you were very much involved, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I just tune in for that, everybody. But we're talking about other shows. We got a show going on right now, and
we do. In fact, you're here, and I'm here, and Paul's here, and Kathleen's here, and Chris is here. Everybody's here. We're so excited to see everyone this evening.
Hello, Kathleen. I don't see you on Facebook as much anymore. I miss you. And John. Well, John commented the other day because I was editing the new show, right? And I'm like, you know what this needs? A theme song. So I downloaded an auto-tune app because why not, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I sang a theme song.
That's amazing.
It was not. And
I'm sure it was.
I immediately went on Facebook and was like, I think I need theme music. What does everybody say? And John Wass actually was one of the ones that commented. So
was it like, does it involve French horns? What are you going heavy on? What's gonna be your
he didn't
predominant?
Comment that hard. He was just like, yeah, I think you do. Chris is here. Chris, what's going on, buddy? Snobs Nation in the house. Hell yeah. Paul Dunn says, how are y'all Scene Snobs fam? We're doing good. We're hanging tight. We got a lot of topics tonight, and I never get them. It's all good in the Wasdom tonight. How are you, Paul? I love it. I love when everybody talks
chatting back and forth. It's wonderful.
Chris wants me to talk, so you have to stop talking so I can talk.
Okay, well, you were about to start before I began my gripe, so warm and fuzzies, fire away.
Shit, I never let you get your gripe. Great. Well, let me get through the comments real quick.
No, I got my gripe in. My gripe is done. I just want readings.
No. Oh, okay. We'll get your readings. And again, ideas that you have, just record them and send them to me.
Yeah.
And the new show looks awesome. Episode 1 was great. Thank you, Chris. He got to check it out. He's, of course, a patron over on our Patreon, and we appreciate him. The Chicken's here. What's up? Go subscribe to the Chicken's channel. Do it now. Do it.
Do it.
I love that they're having a conversation. You don't see me on Facebook, I blame the algorithm. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, and I usually do. I love when Mick has warm and fuzzy. I am feeling warm and fuzzy today.
I'm curious, how many, I know you probably have started not seeing as many friends, how many Funko Pops groups are you a part of that you're seeing take the place of all of us?
No, actually, it's very crazy. I do not, I am in a lot of groups, but I don't follow them.
Okay.
I visit the groups individually when I want to see something. So most of the people on there are friends. And it's actually kind of funny because I said the other day, I made a joke, and to pull it up so that way I don't miss it or not quote it correctly. So I'm sitting there and I write on Facebook, it was meant to be funny. And I wrote 99% of my Facebook feed is people who are trying to sell me something or convince me of something. And then 1% that entertain me. Thanks, 1%ers. And
nice.
Everybody laughed a little bit and had fun with it.
Well, I get it, especially because you're like a 1%er motorcycle club. We're all a special group. We're the 1%ers.
I was thinking of the rich people when I wrote that.
Oh yeah, those. I was
making jokes in that sense. But somebody wrote, some guy wrote, "Come on, people, don't try to better your lives or have an opinion or be creative. Just entertain Mick. God, idiots." Yeah, and I looked at it and I'm like, okay, we got a troll. And then I'm like, who are you? That's what
I think they were just doing. Maybe they were just doing a really bad, Napoleon Dynamite impression.
Maybe, but I'm like, oh, he unfriended me. Okay, cool.
Well, that was effective. Done.
I don't care. I had no idea who the guy was.
It's one of the last Russian bots. There's 7 left.
We have a lot of mutual friends. I just don't care about him as a human being.
Oh,
wish him well. Wish him well. I do believe you don't have to care about somebody.
Absolutely
but you can
not.
Wish them well and good luck in their world.
Well, you can only put out the good, and you hope to continue putting out the good, and maybe they'll eventually see the good and go, gosh, feel bad, and they'll learn from this mistake and move forward in a positive manner in their life.
I beg to, you don't have to put out the good. You can choose to put out the good. I don't think that you have to. There's a lot of times where I'm like, nah, we need justice here. That's what needs to happen.
You would get into the great justice and vengeance thing. It's the Batman that's within you, deep within you, part of your core.
You see what happened when I was a child? My justice parents were killed in an alley. And from that day forward, I swore vengeance and justice as Batman. Not my real parents.
Injustice. No, real parents are fine. It's only the justice parents.
They're fine. They're terrible. They're fine.
Struggle every day. Doing great.
I'm kidding. They're not terrible. I'm just joking. But justice parents,
justice parents.
They were gone, and I had to fight for justice for the rest of the time.
Of course. Yeah. And but it was different. It wasn't the Batcave. It was the New Jersey Devil Woods. So
Paul says he took care of that problem for me, Jersey style.
There it is.
What does that mean?
It's probably aggressive and required fisticuffs.
I Jersey style. I don't know if fisticuffs was the answer on that one. Oh, let me tell you something about Jersey style though.
Oh no, it's involved knifing.
It's going there. So we move right.
Yep.
Now I'm 40, dude. I'm good. I'm done. I don't need to do anything really. I've done a lot of shit. We've talked about this.
That's
I've
ridiculous.
resigned.
Just because you've experienced stuff doesn't mean it's not time to continue experiencing.
I want to experience
people and get more experience.
I want to experience different stuff. I want to experience more laid back stuff.
I want to see what the sitting life is.
I want my experience to be sitting in Adirondack chair, listening to blues music at a festival at a farmer's market. That's where I'm at.
That's fair. No, that's a beautiful thing, bro. As long as you're still going out. That's the key. Don't quit. I'm still gonna do experiences like life. You made it sound for a minute like I've done enough. I'm good. It's over. I'm 40 and I tapped out.
I am tapping out on a lot of things.
That's fair.
But because the beast can no longer be awakened. All right.
Well, it's your Murtaugh list. I mean, it takes a lot more to bring it up. Before that, you're just too old for this shit.
Well, here's the thing. So twice last week, I was like, fuck, am I gonna have to show some people who I am? Like the real, like who I was and who I used to be. Because you don't lose
from within, the beast that lives must rise.
Like Casey's gotten glimpses.
Man, it was cool.
So
what are you talking about, man? I did have to like stop you from a fight once. So I've seen you really get there.
I don't know how you did that.
It's me, man.
You like melted me down and were like, okay, rabbit.
I got you, bro. I got you.
You're like my rabbit. Like,
anytime, Lenny.
So last week the movers come. I was doing stuff here at the new house when my wife was with the movers at the old house, and there's a lot of guys there moving, and there was a young guy hitting on my wife. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let it go. He's a young kid.
Yeah, whatever. Man, he's just a young kid, and you know what? She should be. Yeah. She feels great because she got this young guy hitting on her. You should feel great, being like, "Fuck yeah, my wife's that hot."
She was not complaining. She was just like, "Oh, I'm." It was very nice. It was very sweet. She felt flattered from the flirtation because he wasn't overly pushy or anything.
Yeah.
And then the HVAC system goes out. We call up the company. They send somebody out. This dude is ripped like hell. Big old muscles and such. And I'm sitting there and he's hitting on my wife. He's flirting with her. And I'm like, I sat on the couch because I'm like, nothing's going to happen. I don't give a shit. Like, nothing's going to happen. I trust my wife. I know how this goes. And she's laughing about it. Like, really?
But also feeling great about it because
awesome. Oh yeah, of course, and she should. She's a beautiful woman. So I looked back and I kicked back and we're talking and stuff and we're laughing about it. And I forget who said something, but somebody said along the lines of like, "You wouldn't get mad?" I'm like, listen, if I gotta wake up this sleeping body and turn into who I once was to defend my wife's honor. Those motherfuckers are not going to know what happened.
And stakes better be a lot higher.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is just flirtation. Okay, great. Everybody flirts to some degree. And if you do it well, everyone leaves happy. You know what I mean? Like, it's wonderful.
I feel like I've reached the age of like my Batman justice is now like Terry McGinnis. Like I'm old and like I'll let a kid handle it. So I didn't get
Like,
jealous.
You're
'Cause I'm
building
like-
robots. You're essentially gonna have beat down robots that just like show up or like do it Jersey style, and like it's like a weird short circuit with just one arm and a machete coming at him.
So Paul's got North Carolina style. Paul's a Southerner.
Well, that's terrifying because that's straight beat down, y'all.
And I mean, Southerners are tough to mess with. I still maintain, and I know when Tim and Dan listen to this from Michigan up in the hand, and they're just like, oh, come on, Michigan's the best. And listen, Michigan looks beautiful, with the exception of Detroit, which I always picture RoboCop Detroit whenever I think of it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. I 100% Lions.
I watched the Lions game the other day, and all I could imagine was like the Lions' nice stadium, and then right outside is a war zone.
The war zone with like the big what was the one that they made, the Mech Warrior version? Just posted up out there, like 4 of them at each entrance.
There's 209s everywhere on the ramps.
Yeah, that's
just screwed. And it's on ramps because you can't do stairs. We know that.
Learn that the hard way. Version A Alpha was gone.
So for me, it's like, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Like every state, I've lived in a lot of states. I've visited a ton of them. And I will say this, every state has a badassdom to it. There's a certain level, and like Florida's just crazy. Like Florida's
they're
nuts.
just maniacs. That's why it's like it's badass and terrifying, because you don't know if that person is going to come up and proselytize to you and be incredibly sweet or rub their poo on your face. It's Florida. It's anything could happen. That's within that range.
I one time saw a dude square up against the person on bath salts. Like,
that's terrible.
He just walked away and like he just squared up because they were just like, let's do this. So my feelings are, yes, I will not take away. Maybe Connecticut. The police in Connecticut are pretty crazy and tough, but
in that one specific area. But Connecticut, all in all, our badassdom is the ability to like hang with bears. We run bears out of our property. Like, get out of here!
Don't fucking
just
lie to
murder
me.
them. Just murder them. We just run them away. Like they come up because they're like big raccoons. They're just dumpster diving jerks who are like, oh, we noticed your barbecue smells delicious. We want to come around. We got to get out of here, bear. And you run them off.
I love when you start talking too fast because I know you don't want me to say what I'm going to say about Connecticut, and you're just going to keep rolling with it. But I'm going to say it because let's face facts. The only badasses in Connecticut look like the cast of Suits. That's what Connecticut has.
I was going to say where they wear pink shorts.
Oh, remember all the pink shorts?
Lots of pink shorts, bro. Now you all know the mystery. It unlocked the mystery for all of you as to why we wear those clothes. Is J. Crew catalogs.
Catalogs ever. See, all the J. Crew catalogs from the 80s and 90s got thrown into Connecticut at one point, and that's
all it is, bro. We just wound up with J. Crew from like 95 and then LL Bean from like 1987, and we never went further. We're like, that is what you wear. That is style.
Now, I joke about Connecticut, but that whole, I mean, just put the New Englanders together, and they're insane.
Well, Boston together, we are the fist, bro. That's the thing. You need all of us to come together, and that's the might of the United States, really, is just New England coming together.
The important thing I think everybody needs to learn about the United States as a whole, and as badass as each state is and has their badasses, if the entire United States were to team up and come after Jersey, we'd be the United States of New Jersey by the end of the day. And that's just the facts. You'd be in the scrap yards. Like, is this Thunderdome? Did Jersey just make us go to Thunderdome?
Jersey would somehow, the North Jersey would just wall itself off into like, what was it? Like Escape from New York immediately. They would just jump the gun and be like, nah, we're doing this now, kid.
Everybody, it'd be like the Warriors, like all of these like states are just driving in, and as soon as they cross the line, they're like, how the hell did we get in the Mad Max world? Like,
oh, absolutely. It's literally a desert. You just try. It's like, isn't this the Garden State? What happened?
You don't even get past the Jersey Devil to the actual like idiots running around in the Jersey Shore.
Well, now I understand what they're waiting for. They're actually waiting for this moment to happen. So that's why there are all these factories out there. So you can knock them all down at the same time and create a giant cloud of dust that will cover the northern Jersey and turn it into the wasteland. So you're ready to go, baby.
We're ready. Borderlands and Borderlands 2 were based on New Jersey, just regular.
100% believe that. Just like Jersey today.
I like Kathleen said, man, I stepped away for 5 minutes to give my friend's dog Benadryl, and the conversation got interesting. Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Detroit and Flint are pretty rough. The rest stay to school. I have no doubt. I've seen the American Pie movies.
Yeah, I want to go hang out with the UPers. Seems really swell up there.
Yeah, actually, Tim's going up there this weekend.
Score.
Let's not talk about them. HTTR.
That was a rough one. It was a rough one.
But Giants are 2-0. I'm cool with it.
Go G-Man.
But they actually won Sunday. They did. I think I drink my liquor from a mason jar. You already know how Southerners are. Praise hell, raise Dale.
Amen, man. Yeah.
What the hell is praise hell? That makes no sense. God damn it, Paul.
Praise Dale like Dale Earnhardt.
Raise Dale
so if you praise hail, the whole point is when you're praising hail, you're going to raise Dale Earnhardt from the dead, and then he's going to race again. And once he's racing, the prophecy is once he is racing on the car of flames, it's nothing but his skull underneath his helmet as the intimidator. Once he rides, that's when we're going to have the entire 4 horsemen of the apocalypse going to be riding through here and going to be taking everybody out. And going to be sucking souls right out your face of all the unworthy.
Well, much like that joke, Paul, it hit the wall at about 400 miles per hour.
And it didn't have the safety gear.
No roll cage for me. I'm Dale. CT is like a Riverdale episode. We're going to get killed. We're by torches, nonetheless.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. This is, don't worry, man. The Northerners will save us.
I'm going to watch Riverdale now, and I'm going to call Casey after every time something happens. Be like, does this happen in Connecticut?
It probably would, actually.
Liz,
I'm going to just go ahead and say yes. Liz, what's up?
Chris is here.
Chris.
That's why the roads are so bad there. That way you can't sneak up on us. True.
Exactly.
There's always construction.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
It's actually them just actually slowing everyone down because they want to be like, not too many people in Jersey, all right? We want to see who you is before you come on through.
Yeah. GTA must be Jersey City this time. Listen, I knew plenty of car thieves in Jersey City. Still do. Some of them are cops now.
Fair enough. Well, you take the skill and just move upwards.
That's true. My cousin is having a baby boy. They are naming it Waylon Dale. Now that's country.
Waylon Dale. That's amazing.
Do you think he'll be a good old boy? Never made no harm? Shit. I should have let you do it. Fucked it up. God.
The mountain might get him, but the law never will.
Nice. Yeah. So we have a bunch of topics tonight. I don't remember.
Eventually, we're only 23 minutes in. We'll find them eventually.
We have some good ones though.
I am excited for some of these.
Okay, let's start with the first one. Let's go with what movie scenes fill you with rage.
Okay, so I love it.
This comes off the heels of watching a movie I hadn't seen since it came out in theaters. And if I'm being honest, I figured out that these types of scenes in movies really, I get pissed. It's that sense of justice again. Like, I put on my Batman gloves and I want to go and fight some bad.
And you just have to go destroy all of the darkness and rage in this city.
Yep. Well, okay. So mine is, because I know where you're going. Well, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
No, I want you to go. I really need to hear where you're at because I may agree heartily with you.
It's in movies or TV shows, but let's stick with movies right now. It's in movies where little kids are being hurt or tortured or treated poorly, or even kidnapped. The black phone, man, made me want to jump through the screen and pummel fucking Ethan Hawke. Like, God forbid I could stay tuned to situation and with a magic remote control jump into any movie I want. I'm not saying I'm a tough SOB or anything like that, But what
I mean, you are from Jersey City, though, so
it's true. But I'm at 40, so I'm kind of like docile now. I don't care.
so you're like more like Jersey County now.
Listen, I'm the lion. I'm the old lion who's just kind of chilling.
Well,
And then
hey man,
one day,
even the old lion has to remind him every once in a while who's king.
damn right. So like whenever I watch it, and when I was watching was Dr. Sleep,
Okay.
and there is a horrific scene of them killing a child.
Yeah.
And it just like even before I had kids, like this stuff affected me. Like I just want to beat the crap out of whoever's like hurting kids in movies, especially or in life. But I watched this scene in the theater and it was tough. So rewatching the movie, I was like, all right, I know this is going to be tough. I just wanted to jump through the screen and murder these vampires. I was like, I don't care how tough you are. I would rip your heads off like easily. No problem. Like you're a fucking stuffed animal.
Gone.
I was so filled with rage. I had to take a walk, Casey.
Wow.
That's a big deal.
That's a really big deal.
I don't take walks unless there's a destination. And that destination better not be a circle.
Nah, it's usually food.
It is. You're not 100% wrong there. Although Numa's helped. But
no. Look, I'm saying you're doing way better because you're just not eating as much while you go to make those destination walks.
Well, I mean, it's bad because the Italian restaurant in town that we moved into has chicken franchise, and that is a delicacy that I will have to partake in.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm with you.
Yeah, so I get filled with rage whenever I see kids being hurt or taken advantage of, things like that. I'm getting mad thinking about it.
Well, and I agree with you, and especially being a parent, I felt that it has hit way harder ever since having a baby. It is far more visceral and a stronger reaction whenever kids are on the line. It's like, oh man, I get worried about it and concerned for them. Like, Chucky holding a knife to whatever his nuts throat. That was terrifying, man.
See, that stuff doesn't bother me.
Nah, man. See, it messed me up. And then what was the other one? Amityville Horror. When they talk about, that was just treating other people in such a grotesque manner. The kids thing definitely gets me, but the slavery, bondage, how cruel and brutal human beings can be to one another, it's gross, man. Don't like it.
Well, you know what it is for me? It's like when like Chucky or Freddy or anybody, and they go after children, I'm like, this isn't real. Like I automatically, I guess, disassociate from it because I'm like, they're not real. But when
I'm glad you can, because I'm pretty sure that's all real. Those are documentaries.
Oh, God, I hope not. But when I see like
that's why Nightmare on Elm Street 5 taught us.
That's fair. But like Black Phone, like that was a great poll. Like people did that shit. People still do that shit.
How about the girl next door? How fucking jacked up was that one? Yeah, dude, the one where she's like gets locked by her crazy aunt into the basement. All the boys like just it's terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
I want to. I hated the sequel to Don't Breathe.
Yeah.
Because they turned him into like a heroic person.
Yeah. I didn't like that either. Yeah.
I'm like, he's a monster.
Yeah. Do we remember what he did in the first one? Like he enjoyed it. He got his rocks off on it. So now you're trying to make him this like, let's give him reasons to like, maybe we should like this guy. No, he's deplorable, man. He's a bad dude.
Yeah. I can't take that stuff. So what is something that
Chicken mentions actually one that I want to bring up. Is the animals. Whenever there's a dog or an animal getting killed in a movie that for any reason is terrible, it definitely fills me with rage. Companion animals more than anything.
I agree, but mine's conditional, and here's why. Again, I think there's this thing I can just kind of dissociate myself from the reality. Like, so if I know no actual animal in the film got hurt, like Milo and Otis, that's rage filling.
That's what I'm talking about. When I find out that the back end, I should say, it's not so much that for the scene itself in the movie, it's finding out that animals were chucked out of windows and thrown down hills and stuff. It's like, nah, that's not
like a box of pugs. It's insane. A box of pugs, Kate. I'm not trying to be a dick, but
It's not funny, but it's hilarious.
it is hilarious.
Because it's
I don't
awful.
care what anybody says. Because they football chucked them off of a
Yeah.
cliff.
Sorry, it's not funny.
All right,
Please
no.
don't.
Stop
That's
laughing.
terrible.
Stop laughing, or I'm ending this show. Stop laughing, or I'm ending the show.
Is that rage
Now,
for you?
I'm going to say this line again.
Yeah.
Do not laugh because it's not funny.
Right.
They literally had a box of pugs, and they would just grenade launch them off of a cliff, and they would just roll down a bloody sack. What do you do with that? And like it was just one after the other.
I mean, it's like a
going.
trebuchet from hell. It's so sad.
I saw you laughing. I don't care. I know this podcast. Anybody listening, he was actually
trying
laughing.
really hard not to. I mean, I didn't physically laugh. It didn't come out. So is it laughter?
George G3 are not unwilling, but our unwitting guest on our team meeting this morning.
Yeah, Mick and I are running through getting the rundown of shows coming up, what we're planning on, and my fat face added George. I have no idea how that happened. Like,
Nobody
I clearly
believes
have
it
a
was you.
major oil issue here.
George, because I clicked on the thing and I'm like, why the hell is my picture of George G3?
Yeah, he's like, why is
And then-
George G3's picture up? And all of a sudden, George's like, hey guys. It's like, what?
Yeah, he's just like, hey guys. I'm like, George, are you on?
It's awesome.
It was pretty funny. Chicken, my husband checks the IMDb to check and make sure the dog doesn't die in a movie before we watch anything. You know what movie that didn't happen in? Milo and Otis, because they were just throwing them over the cliff.
Horrifically so. Well, I mean, that was what is it? A Dog's Life. Like, I didn't anticipate they were going to go through the entirety of the life, or Marley and Me.
Oh,
I wasn't
Yeah,
ready for that.
no, A Dog's Purpose.
A Dog's Purpose. That's it. Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Yeah. I also like Incredible Journey, Homeward Bound, but it doesn't have to be that sad. Okay. Because everybody came back in Homeward Bound.
Chris, you have to read our lips. That's how we finish the episode out. We just got to read lips.
Exactly. We're actually we're gonna work our way up to learning sign language.
We appreciate you, Chris, buddy.
Love you, buddy.
Chill with dog. Like chill talking about dogs getting launched off of a cliff?
Yeah.
Or just chill with the dog? I do chill with the dog all the time.
I love chilling with your dog.
Yeah, do you not remember everybody last week when my dog made a very she was like, Brian who? And then she was just like, I'm gonna be the guest of this episode.
And then, well, it was great because then I got to come over and hang out with her in your new digs. She is
You did.
fantastic. I love Reba. She loves me. Makes
She's
me
such
happy.
a sweet puppy.
She is.
All right.
All right. Want to know what else fills me with rage? Since
I
we're
know.
still on the rage topic,
Go for it.
I got one. The opening scene of The English Patient.
Any scene of the English Patient.
Really, any scene, but the opening really fucking grinds my gears because that means I'm probably gonna be stuck sitting through the whole damn thing, just schlepping through that nightmare hell of an attempt at making a decent movie. That non-entertaining, boring, miserable, just scum on the bottom of my shoe. Hate that movie so much.
It's a beautiful movie, though.
It is very pretty. And I will always say that. But it is a scumbag movie. And here's the thing. We realize that some fucking crazy way the universe works. One of the first people we'll meet, that like one of the next people we'll meet will either be like Ray Fiennes or Kirsten Scott Thomas. And OKST is going to be like, I listened to your show and you're an asshole. I'll be like, oh, great.
I highly doubt that.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly the way it's going to go. And I'm going to have to defend my show and your honor, of course, which means we'll have to duel with rapiers. And she's British, so she'll beat me. So I'm going to die at the hands of Kristen Scott Thomas because of my hate, the rage that I am filled with in this.
Are you kidding me right now? Listen, out of everything happening, I just said that if the U.S. picked up and came in, and that's the USA.
Yeah.
You really think any other country coming after you isn't going to get stopped when your buddy's from Jersey?
I don't know, man. Because, I mean, I know some British people who really do not give a single fuck.
Yeah, I mean the hooligans are pretty righteous. I love them.
Yeah, they're pretty terrifying. And also some of those, I don't know, man, some of those Norwegian hardcore metal thrash kids, I bet you they'd fuck some shit up.
because they're old Jersey. They're old Jersey. That's what they are.
It all relates back to Jersey in some way. We'll see what happens is in the beginning there were rocks, and then God created New Jersey. And then he was like, hey, you know what else I want to put on here? An earth. Okay, so what I did is I made Jersey and then the earth around this Jersey. And that's actually the Garden of Eden. That's why it's the Garden State.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget
I'll
about it.
I'll tell you about it later. We'll just get out of here with that.
Dude, have you seen? So I was watching a funeral the other day.
Oh, for the 96-year-old woman who died of natural causes?
I hate the fucking Royals, dude. I hate the fucking Royals.
Why?
I really do.
Fucking Royals. Look, here's this one actually got me too. We rebelled against these fuckers, and we already won. So why would we be giving a shit? We won. We have the right to not give a shit about them. So it's great exercising my right to not give a shit about them.
You know, see, that's the thing. You know, that's the crazy thing about it. And like, remember, I compared a few episodes ago how like the Kardashians are like our royal family, like because they're the rich, like salacious.
Yeah, they're the ones that people all look at with all the they're the target of all these different crazy conspiracies and random shit happening, and apparently some of it's real. Yeah.
Here's the deal. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have more respect for the Kardashians than the royals? Because I don't care what all of those royals have done. I don't care what they've served, what they've done this, blah, 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 blah. At least the Kardashians aren't hanging on 1,000 years of just being rich. They're only like one generation removed from being.
Yeah, that's fair. And I mean, none of the royals had to fuck Ray J that we know of.
Yeah, and you know what?
So they got that going for them.
I saw that video. I don't think she was upset. Moesha was upset. Or Brandy was upset. I always think of her as Moesha.
God, that's really fucked up for us to say it like that. But no, his older sister was rightfully so pissed.
Wait, that's his older sister? I thought that was his girlfriend.
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
It's Ray J and Brandy are brother and sister.
Then who is he dating? There's another famous singer he was dating, and then like he cheated on her with. Was
it Monica? And then she had to have a sing-off with The Boy Is Mine?
Yeah, but I don't think... Jesus Christ. This is a debacle. I'm getting off this train real quick. Let's go back to the Royals. Who knows
where this is going? You brought up the Kardashians. How in the world is it not going to fall right off a cliff?
You brought up Ray J. I didn't even know they were brother and sister.
Well, there you go. You've just learned something. Congratulations.
And I want it pointed out that the only reason I said Moesha is because I was watching it on TV the other day and on Pluto because they play it. And I will prove that fact because it was the episode where her stepmother was trying to sell their furniture so she can move her furniture in. And Brandy, as Moesha, was having a tough time with it because of her mother's stuff was being sold. So
Moesha was a fantastic show. I really did love that show. It was really one I used to be able to watch with my sister all the time. It was fun.
They had a lot of great shows.
That was NBC. That was not ABC, right? I can't remember.
Like a lot of the sitcoms back in the 80s and 90s. And that was UPN?
UPN. Yeah, okay. UPN, I think. Yeah.
That was like when WB and had split.
Right.
And became CW and UPN.
Yep.
Because I remember like they kept Smallville on CW.
Right.
And Buffy went to UPN.
UPN, yep.
All right. We're getting off topic here. Let's go back. The Royals are shitty human. So here's one thing I want to talk about with the Royals.
But why do you dislike the Royals so much here? Yeah, they stand on tradition for 1,000 years, and it's been the same family that hasn't really done shit since whoever last won and overthrew them. I mean, technically, if we can all overthrow them, isn't it time someone else overthrew them and just claimed kingship? Isn't that how it fucking works?
No, because everything stands on ceremony now. It's so stupid. And like, listen,
can't you ceremonially stab someone in the face and then ceremoniously take their crown and then ceremoniously you're the fucking royal like Charlemagne?
Do you think when Queen Elizabeth went upstairs, Princess Di, Macho Man, elbow dropped her off the top rope?
I mean, that's very plausible. That could be a thing.
We shouldn't talk like that. We know everybody's going to hell.
Yeah, the Calvinists told us that. There's no chance. I'm neither quaking nor shaking. So to heaven I do not go.
What religion would fuck you up if it was right? What would be the one religion where if you were like,
Mormons.
oh, this is the one?
Are you fucking kidding me? Mormons
would
would completely fucking throw me. I'd be like, so I could have gotten a planet? Are you
100%.
fucking shitting me?
I'm like, I wear a hat all the time. I could be looking in this and figure out what I should be doing. I hate you, Mormons. Bub said, well, Chris says, I don't like either Cards or Royals. I know where they both got their money, and I respect the Cards history much more. Where did the Royals get their money? I mean, it's been around for 1,000 years.
Yeah, it's just by, murdering, pillaging, and then taking everything off of the fat of the land.
You spelt conquering wrong, sir.
Yeah, no, right. Conquering. Sure.
Listen, Alexander the Great did it, and he got called great.
Yeah, I mean, Caesar did it, and he got stabbed a shit ton.
Yeah, but the Caesars suck.
Caesar was probably way better and more just than Alexander the Great, who did it just to be great. At least Caesar was being a little bit maniacal about having a better hope for the future. Alexander the Great was doing it just for himself because he's like,
exactly.
I will be a god.
I appreciate his ambition.
To become a god that you can't do. By murdering other people, that's how you do it.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's fine.
Oh, my Lord.
Whatever. Which topic you want to go to next? We have... where are we? What do we have? We have what movie or TV mystery would you like to investigate, or the responsibility of movie fans and movie critics?
I'm going to say investigation one because I like this one.
Okay.
I feel like then we can wrap up with responsibilities at the end.
Did Alexander bang Cleopatra?
No, he created it. Yeah, he created Alexander.
It was Mark Antony who was sleeping.
Mark Antony was banging Cleopatra behind Caesar's back because Caesar was banging Cleopatra.
That's what
so Caesar first showed up with the force of and conquered and then banged her a ton, and she came back to Rome with him and was a queen consort for a hot second, and then her and Antony met there and were banging, and then she went back to Egypt and Antony went with him and with her, and then they were banging. And that's banging history with Casey.
I like that. We should do little segments of you just... That should be your TikToks.
Banging through history.
Banging history, like sex stories through history.
This is who was doing it with who during this time period. Congratulations.
I bet you'd have 1 million followers by the end of the month. And you better share
give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot.
I don't care. The bigger you get, the bigger the show gets.
Let's see how banging through history works.
Paul says something Islamophobic. I'm sure. I'm kidding, Paul. Islamic, the food restrictions alone, I would be fine. Well, that's because you're from the South, and what they eat in the South is, although very good. Trust me, I have the body to prove it.
Absolutely haram. It's all haram. Haram, haram, haram. You cannot.
Listen, George T3, it was our idea. You can't have it.
Banging through history.
Just because you're joining in on our meetings now doesn't mean you can steal our ideas.
But any and all input is appreciated.
There you go. So TV or movie mysteries. So what I'm talking about is we talked about Murder on the Orient Express, but there's a ton of them. So do you want to remove TV from it?
Yeah, no, I don't want to have TV in this. Because there's a couple in here there's a couple different avenues to take. So one of the easy ones I'm going to throw out that I thought was absolutely spot on is Beverly Hills Cop. I would like to be a part of that investigation. Now, the part of the investigation, the character I would rather be, I don't want to be Axel Foley because he's the good investigator, the good detective. I would rather be Rosewood, who is figuring it out.
This is you on the case.
Oh, I have to be the actual lead?
You're not the character. You have to be, it has to be Casey solving that mystery.
Well, nothing's getting solved. First and foremost, not a single fucking mystery out of all the mysteries are getting solved. I'm getting sidetracked on every single one of these points. Because at any point, firstly, you put pretty people in my way. And I'm just like, well, I'm going to sit here and hang out for the next 7 hours. Forsake everything else.
there's a lot of them where I just kind of think about it and I'm like, all right, one that might be fun to try and solve for me as me would probably be the Great Muppet Cape.
I know. I think that'd be great
one.
because you get to interact with Muppets.
That's true. Oh,
that would
true.
be dope. Like, I mean, you think about the fringe benefits. It's not just that you have to solve this caper. It's the fact that you get to hang out with whatever characters are around, which is why I'd love to be on Murder on the Orient Express, because I want to be on that train. I may not solve that case. It may go completely by and everyone gets away scot-free and I'm none the wiser, but I'm going to enjoy the shit out of the luxury of hanging out on that beautiful liner while eating that just extravagant food in those big, giant, gorgeous rooms with the beautiful view. Are you kidding me? That would be amazing. I would have all the conversation.
I would 100% solve Murder on the Orient Express.
How?
Because I would just get tired and blame everyone.
Actually, and you'd be right.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
It's the one. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about spoil. I told you that even that movie, even the remake, is like 3 years old.
Yeah, exactly. The original was what, 19? Well, whenever what's her nuts wrote it.
78 or something like
Agatha
that.
Christie wrote it in like what?
Yeah, she wrote it in like the 20s.
1880, 1890.
You were way off. She was in the 20s.
I'm pretty sure it was like 1462.
Bullshit. I watched.
She was there before Columbus, and she was working with Ferdinand or whoever the hell was in Spain at the time. We all know.
I watched Doctor Who, and it took place in the 20s.
That's fair. All right. The roaring 20s, one might say.
Chris says, "Deliver us from evil or the right. I want to see that shit in person and make up my own mind." Okay, all right. So,
Chris, that's a really good idea.
Movies.
Yeah, the Possession movie. I like that. That's terrifying, though.
Yeah, I do too.
I never even would be rough.
I never even thought about it, but
From Hell. From Hell would be a lot of fun. That would be an interesting one because you get to be around a lot of morphine and hookers and ladies of the night.
Yeah.
You get to be some strange sailors with curious, pockmarks and all kinds of different diseases. I mean, that's really exciting.
Well, they never figured out Jack the Ripper. Do you think you could figure out who Jack the Ripper is?
Absolutely. That's the one thing I would get right and then immediately be murdered by him.
Oh my God, that'd be so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. It's not a good story. It's not a happy ending. I would absolutely solve that, but I would be the jackass who would have wandered into the middle of the pit and been like, I knew it was him. And then meanwhile, done, gone, dead, bleeding.
You know what one I'd get really killed with super fast? Rising Sun.
Oh my God.
I would die so fast.
You absolutely would. Now, so you'd be working with the Sean Connery character,
or I might have to be the lead on that one, and I don't know Japanese, so I'm fucked.
Yeah, no, you're done.
Because the only reason they're there is because they are ingratiated, and like it still boggles my mind that Wesley Snipes' character he's an LAPD police officer who just knows Japanese, so his job is to work as a translator with the Japanese.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, totally, it makes sense.
And they all spoke English.
Yeah,
it's like we don't even need you.
That's why it works perfectly.
Yeah, I would get killed in that one real fast.
Yeah, I could see that one. Another one that I would definitely die in is The Exorcist. There's no chance I'm not dying there. Is that that's a mystery, right?
I mean, kind of. I got to give it to Chris with his choices because they were actually police investigations.
Frailty, because
Could you imagine being a cop on Frailty?
Exactly.
You would be so bad at it.
I would be terrible at that. I would be one of the guys who was in the office I saw him. I just can't remember his face. That would be me. I would be that agent when Fenton Meeks walks in. He's like, he shook his hand and everything.
Yeah, can you imagine that FBI agent who's just like, I can't remember what he looks like. He talked to you. It's on video.
He talks to him at the sheriff right at the end too. And I love that movie so much.
Dude, it's so crazy. Oh, you know what would be a good... All right. So could you imagine being a cop investigating Fight Club?
Yes. Yes, I can. Because I would immediately,
Really?
you know me, dude, my need to be ingratiated with a group of people and to be taken in as some kind of
Wait, are
underground
you going
tournament.
undercover?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going undercover. And the way that I actually bring them down is by becoming the best of them. And I become like the leader. And then I can like get them to all do something malicious and turn around and be like, I set them up to do that, guys. Here's your evidence. Later.
Jesus. Oh my God. Dude, you know what I'd probably never be able to solve? Although I feel like they might be easy if you just pay attention. Are like the gone girl, gone baby, gone,
Oh yeah,
the
missing.
gone girl
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
Like those, like I feel like if you just paid attention, you could figure it out.
I mean, I understand that, but considering there's so much to pay attention to, and I've tried to wonder that from different perspectives. A Zodiac maybe really dig deep on that. You know, that consideration of what aren't you seeing? You know what I'm saying?
Zodiac.
Like, yeah. So like there's a lot of those where it's what aren't you seeing? What are you missing? And those parts that you're missing or you're blind to because of lack of communication or lack of interdepartment understanding, Black Dahlia, stuff like that. There's so many things, parts of cases that would have added up. But unfortunately, people don't fucking talk because everyone compartmentalizes everything.
Yeah, Chris says that too. He said Ripper would be awesome. He's with you, or that, or Black Dahlia.
Hell yeah.
The Black Dahlia case for me. Well, here's the thing. Depending on who the Ripper actually was, like if the royal family was a part of it, you're never going to solve that case. You're either dead, or you have to just be paid off.
Yep. Well, they won't even pay you off. You're dead. I mean, that's the other thing you got to remember. Back in those days, the life is cheap, bro.
Yeah,
I mean,
they didn't
not
care. Oh, those days? You really think old King Charlie isn't, still thinking about those things? He's like,
oh, well, obviously not. Prince Andrew's still there.
We need because he can't. Because he can't do it right now.
He could just fucking stab him. He could literally just stab him in the face with a royal dagger or some such. And I'm sure there's a bylaw about that in some weird ass constitution from 1215 that they'll be fine with.
Did you hear that he's trying to change the Regency Act so that way he can make his wife a council, part of the council,
really?
And he can dispose of Harry, Andrew, and Beatrice.
What?
Yeah. The Regency Act of 1947 states that the successors in line act as counsel.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to change that so he can dispose of those three and get his wife as counsel. I mean, others too, like William will be, his sister, his other brother, Kate Middleton will be. Wait, Middleton.
No, Kate's not part of the. Yeah, but she's not part of the line of succession. But her babies are. I know. I get you.
She can still act as counsel because she is an active member of the royal family.
Yeah, which is whatever.
As Americans, I feel like we need to protect Meghan at all costs.
Well, yeah, that's what matters. We got one in.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, America went, fuck you, royals, and then actually fucked a royal.
I know. So awesome.
How amazing is that?
Chris says, I think the Ripper came to America. Some suggest this because similar killings started in the U.S. just after the London murder stopped.
They did, and I've also always thought about this one, Chris, and because there was a Boston Strangler similarity that they tried to pull from back in those times. I think it might have also been someone who worked with him, hence the royals, because there were the famous doctors that were royal doctors who, a couple of them, after they died, their apprentices got shipped out, and that's potentially a line to follow. And then, of course, that led to H.H. Holmes, which everybody knows is the real cat to follow. That was because Americans do it right, man. Everyone may start some cool shit, but we go big.
America's first serial killer.
Yeah, man.
All right, so I
that we know of, man. Maybe there was one of the dudes at the Donner Pass who just kept smoking groups, but he happened to wipe out a whole a group of Donners.
So years ago,
or she, it could be anyone.
It could be anybody. So years ago, I partook in a very thorough group investigation of the Jack the Ripper case.
Okay.
I have notebooks filled with everything and my notes on them.
Right.
And I have my ideas.
Okay, was this a video game?
It was not a video game. It was actually
like
it's
fan
a group
fiction
of
group?
people. There's a group
Okay.
of people, and there's a lot of them. It wasn't just this group. There's a lot of groups out there that try to solve old unsolved cases.
Well, that's fucking dope. I want to be a part of the Jack Ripper one.
They're pretty rad. And I joined up with him, my buddy of mine and I, and we thoroughly went through everything. And we came up with our own ideas, because you're never going to solve it because you're too far removed.
Not with that attitude.
Fair. But you can have your theories.
Yeah, of course.
And I have my theories, and I don't think it was one.
It's wild fanfic. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what fan fiction from back in those days. It's wonderful. I love it. Let's fanfic Jack the Ripper.
We should do another one. We should do a Scene Snobs true crime and try and solve an unsolved.
Oh my God, that sounds like a terribly awesome idea.
It sounds great, man. Let's do it.
I'm in. Let's
Got
do
mystery
it. What
team,
crime should we work on solving?
I don't know. Find one. Find an
All right.
unsolved case.
Atlantis?
Dude, how fucked up would it be if we actually solved Atlantis? Jesus.
What if we solve Atlantis?
Jesus. Like, can you go smaller?
Okay,
Can
go
you-
big or go home, where the scene stops.
For like 10 seconds? Can you be like, hey, this person went missing in 1988. Let's try and solve that. You went straight to like, let's solve Atlantis.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to fucking undersell our capabilities.
I am 100% okay with underselling the capabilities of us solving Atlantis. I do not believe that is something we can do.
Nah, man. You got to believe in yourself.
Not with
Jimmy
that
Cricket
attitude.
taught me that. Yep. If you just believe and clap real fucking hard, something will happen.
Calm down, Peter. You know,
I got my Peter tingle going. What can I say?
We can. Oh God, we can solve something. I bet you we could solve an easy one, because there's so many Netflix documentaries and true crime podcasts and all this shit. I bet you we could do something. We
Here's
could
the
solve.
problem, though. We're going to start this, and one of us is going to go down the rabbit hole to the point where it's like, hey, man, look, I know it's 4 a.m., but I drove over to that guy's house in Montana. And now I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Shh. Oh, he's letting the dog out. Just 1 second. Okay. All right. I'm pretty fucking sure that that's him.
He's got a gun on me. He's got a gun. See you later.
Nope. He saw me. He saw me. I don't know. He saw me. And meanwhile, I'm in like a convertible 5 feet away from him.
I'm in a bright red convertible. It's like, all right, I gotta go.
One thing I am not is stealthy.
Dude, it's true. But
I'm
yeah,
with
no,
the grace of an African elephant.
I don't know. We have so many new things to do. I don't know that we should be solving mysteries.
I mean, we do have options, though. That could be a fun part of one of the things we're going to announce later. That we could make a segment is we solve true crime, just a 30-minute bit. We solve true crime.
What we should do is we start a true crime podcast that's like 30 minutes, but we'll do like 6 episodes of the whole case, and we just make up who we think it is.
Oh, absolutely.
1,000%.
Completely created characters. Yeah. We're in.
Ruin somebody's name in it.
Well, let's maybe not go that far.
It was King Charles III.
Okay, if we go that far, I'm okay with
We
it.
only blame celebrities we don't like.
Blame celebrities and dead celebrities, like celebrities who have recently passed. That's how, well, Betty White was responsible for 400 acts of cannibalism.
Well, Dick Van Dyke was Jack the Ripper.
We figured it out. And that's, he bathes in the blood of the innocent, but now he just gets it on eBay. So it's
We
fine.
knew because one of the witnesses says he had the worst Cockney accent I've ever heard. And we knew it
My
was Dick Van
God,
Dyke.
that must be it. Did he say chim chimney chim chim chiree by chance?
Was he with a woman with an umbrella?
Did
Okay,
he talk
let's
about
do
chimney
JFK.
sweeping, for fuck's sake?
JFK before 2039 release of the documents.
I'm in.
No, he was killed by 3 sources.
And
Two
then
bullets to
let's do Bobby Kennedy. Let's do ones that are real easy. Let's start small. All right. Like
Yeah.
ones where maybe they've already put someone in jail for it. That's how the Scene Snobs will start. Ones that are
All our
already
true-
solved.
All our true crime podcasts are already solved.
Exactly.
And we still get it wrong.
Yes. I think that'd be perfect.
I don't think it was him. We should use our powers for good and try and get people exonerated.
That is not what we're gonna do, though.
It's not what we're gonna do. It really isn't.
I mean, it would be great. I love you. Look, man, you know I always want to fight for the underdog, and I want to do everything possible for the person who is the lost cause and deserves it, and shouldn't be there or in situations like that. And I think it'd be fantastic if we could put our resources to that. But then life. So
I don't know. We're still trying to do that ghost podcast. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, shooting the sheets.
We're not gonna do a true crime. Get out of here. We should.
I mean, if we do a true crime bit about already solved crimes, I think it'd be hilarious.
Fine, I'm down. But Chris says you also do a murder mystery dinner for your Patreons. Make a script, menu, wardrobe, etc. I dig
Love it, Chris. I love
I'll do
that. That is genius. That would be a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll look into that. I like that idea.
That would
Chris.
be fun.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll do that for we'll plan that for part of our December thing before we go on break. We'll have it be a Christmas murder mystery.
I like it. A Patreon, a very merry Patreon murder Christmas.
Yes. Merry Murder Christmas. Oh, it's perfect.
All right, I'm getting tired. Let's do our thousands of things we have to do. Well, first off, I want to say Halloween is coming up. October is our big anniversary month.
Our favorite time.
And we love horror movies. We go crazy with them. We're having a lot of fun. Nothing is etched in stone yet. But I am working on, and I hope, so keep your fingers crossed, I'm not bragging about this, the possibility of us going on a ghost hunt.
Which would be amazing.
Yes. Not just Casey and I wandering into a building by ourselves. Actually with a paranormal investigation team. We would just be guys there, but
just dudes.
I think it would be a lot of fun to do that. Mikey the Band-Aid. I love Casey.
What's up, buddy?
Love you, buddy.
Love you, Mikey.
Love you, Mikey. Thank you. I love people. I love good people. Not the unjust.
Yeah, clearly. Those who took my parents and those like them must come to punishment.
That's gonna be the murder mystery. That's gonna be our Patreon murder mystery. We got to solve my justice parents getting killed.
Killed your justice parents.
Guys, this Sunday we are doing number 74 through 50 on my Halloween horror movie countdown. So we're going to revisit. That says part 1. It should actually say part 2 because there is a part 1.
Part 1 exists.
Number 95 through 75. Now we're going to go with the next 25. It's going to be a lot of fun. So join us live for that 9 p.m. on this Sunday. We're not going to do Geek Fest. We're doing that.
Which is very exciting as we're getting closer and closer. It's going to be radical.
We also have reviews up for Confess Fletch and Pinocchio right now. You can go check those out. I'm trying to get some more new movies under the belt. It's just been really crazy with the move and everything. We have a new show premiering. It's actually already premiered on our Patreon.
Yes.
So if you are a patron, you can go check it out. And it's out and it's available now. Chris talked about it earlier in the comments. So I want to say thank you for all the fun comments and things like that. But it's going to be a really fun new show. So we'll premiere on Patreon first. Then this Thursday is going to premiere on our Discord.
And it's going to be super hot. So hot. We are dropping mad fire right now.
It is a good show. I think we came up with a good one. So basically, before I introduce it, I was watching the first movie that we did. And then I called Casey and I'm like, I really liked this movie, but it was panned and it was terrible. Mm-hmm. I think you should rewatch it and let's sit down and talk about it and see if we really liked it and, figure out, does it suck? And that was Antitrust. So we're going to have a new show coming out where we watch movies that kind of fell by the wayside or were considered terrible and people really didn't like. And we're going to rewatch them and see if we remember them that way. So we have Plot Roast where we make fun of old movies.
Yes. Plot Roast being where we actually, scene by scene, rip apart things that we love because our Patreons are cruel, sadistic human beings who put us through torture and torment. When we love and appreciate, I did not realize I like mental BDSM as much as I do. Because watching some of these movies and having to break them down, it's hard. It's funny. It's funny, and it comes out great. It's wonderful. But the Did It Suck format is very nice because it's real simple and easy, and we just cover the fact of whether or not it sucked.
That's true. So that's one of our new shows that's premiering Friday on our YouTube channel. Like I said, if you're a Patreon member, you want to become a Patreon member, you can check it out now. If you're on our Discord, it will be available on Thursday. We do, however, have another new show. Well, we have George G3 saying, come to Ohio and do the Shawshank Hospital. No. They do haunting tour and stay overnight in it.
Okay, look, I want to go do a day tour of that because it sounds radical, but fuck night. No.
Yeah. So we got another new show that's going to be premiering. This is the big one. This is the one we've been planning for a while. We haven't said anything. We announced it on our Patreon earlier.
Here we go.
You guys like our voices? Do you guys like watching us live and talking about crazy stuff? Because not only will we be the Scene Snobs Podcast every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, but now starting Fridays, October 7th, you're going to see the Scene Snobs Morning Drive live show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Every Friday, starting at 7 a.m., beginning October 7th, you tune in and check us out for your morning get ready time. Are you just popping in the shower at that time? Are you cranking that alarm clock off and trying to just get 5 more fucking minutes? Well, turn us on and have a laugh and enjoy the start of your day every Friday as we cover all of the week's events, what's been going on, the hot news, everything that's sexy and big and going to entice you and let you know how to prep for your weekend. Check out the Scene Snobs Morning Drive live show.
Cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. And we're going to do it just Fridays for now. Sweet. I'm driving all the time, George says.
True.
We're going to do it just Fridays for now. And then if somebody wants to buy the show and bring us on, and we'll do it every day. Fine by us.
Absolutely. That would be delightful. There's nothing I'd like to do, in fact, every single day of my life, but to talk to you, my friend, and be able to hang out with our Snobs Nation, because it's pretty much the coolest thing I have going on. And yeah, it's radical. I love everybody that we've met and worked with. And, you know, we're with Real Wise Productions. So been fantastic working with him. He'll be, he's going to be one of our Real Combat contestants, isn't he?
He's not one of our Real Combat. I think he's going to come in for our
the
possible roast that's happening.
Yes. So let's talk about that one too.
So
we're on fire.
We put this out. A lot of people seem really interested. October 6th is our 3-year anniversary. Now we have a show on the 4th because it's our Tuesday show, and we're going to have a show. We're going to have our new morning show starting on the 7th. But the 6th, we wanted to do something.
Well, we have to do something. It's commemoration time.
Yeah, it's 3 years of the Scene Snobs podcast and us doing this. This is our 11th or 12th year doing podcasting. So I thought it would be cool if maybe we got people together and we had a little roast.
And it's always fantastic because roasts are a good time. And Mick and I are two of the most thick-skinned individuals you'll ever meet. I have had to live through a lot in my life, hence I get whooped up pretty good. That gentleman there is from Jersey, so he'll take all the roughhousing and beating you can dish out, as long as you're nice to him, because he will cry.
I will cry. I will cry.
There are tears, but we love it. And even if you want to, roast us in a funny way, you can roast us in a loving way. I've roasted with love before, as I've been a part of some roasts that were part of bartending roasts and done many roasts in my day, apparently.
I've been a roast master a few times, but now it's us in the hot seat.
Yep. Now we're going to be the one who are going to be burning like a hunk of burning love as you fire away at us. So come on in. Everybody reach out. How long are we looking to do it for? Like a 1-hour show?
I have no idea. I'm still planning it, still getting it together. But October 6th, let's look at that. Probably around 8 p.m., 7 or 8 p.m. I haven't decided, but keep an eye out on our social media.
Yeah, follow along, and especially there should be a Discord channel, I believe, for that specifically. So that way we can start getting anybody interested there. Any of our wonderful, friendly Snobs Nation who wants to pop on and, be here for a little bit with us and share it with us, because we're nothing without y'all. So thank you so much for listening. And we want to get back and let you, roast us.
Roast us on the comments. I can't wait. This is going to be insane.
Belittle us. Come on. Say something mean, but nicely.
But and just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a heads up, Geek Fest Live is rolling into the Scene Snobs morning show. So Sunday nights we will have Geek Fest Live that will still exist, but it's going to be more for big updates, things like that, random lives. Sometimes on Sundays when we have big things going on, but it's not going to be an every week thing. We just have too much now. We're going to have 2 live shows a week plus all the other stuff we got to do. So that one's going to be just more for, down the line, like news show when we have it.
Yeah, and that's part of what we really want to do with Friday is being able to launch into all of the actual news and the stories and get deeper on some of those entertainment pieces that we just can't get through all the bits. So it's a great way to set up from the week and prep your weekend.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's going to be super exciting. And but you know what? We've talked a lot. We've had a great show. I want to start kind of winding down because I'm getting tired myself.
Yeah, no, I understand. Look, we've talked, we've loved, we've considered, and we've sworn. It's been wonderful. It's been a delight.
So now it's time to say thank you to our patrons: Tim, Paul, Stacy, Matt, Aaron, Chris S, Chris H,
Dan, John B, Ron, Jason, AJ, Radar, John W.
I want to thank you guys. You guys are all amazing for your supporting us and keeping the lights on. If you guys want to join, we have 3 tiers available over at patreon.com/thescenesnobs. And you should also think about joining the Snobs Nation Discord. Like we said, we're going to do early drops on there from now on over recorded stuff. We're going to have specials and stuff like that going on there. So join in because the moderators and the Snobs Nation is just a fun, great time.
It's where all the hip cats love to hang.
Jeez. Make sure you hit like on this video and make sure to hit subscribe. Tell all your friends because we are the Scene Snobs, and now we have shows like the Scene Snobs Podcast, Plot Roast. Real Combat Season 2 is being recorded this weekend and going to be coming out the first week of October. Scene Snobs Reviews, Geek Fest Live. Now we're going to have the Scene Snobs Morning Drive Live show. We're going to have Does It Suck and probably more coming. So just make sure to join in. We have lots of tons of fun events always, and just keep doing it.
And then we have all of the merchandise. Would you like to be dressed up in the nicest, finest things that make you feel fierce and sexy? Go ahead and check out our merch store through our link tree and drape yourself in wonderfulness.
Love it. Now, guys, make sure to follow us on social media. We're at the Scene Snobs everywhere except for TikTok, which wouldn't let me change it. So it's at the Scene Snob. I still have to add Casey's stuff on here, but you can follow him as well. He's tagged and everything. So just make sure you join up and follow us both. Before we get going, before I let Casey do the rollout, I do want to say to you guys, thank you so much. We've been getting ranked a lot lately, and we've been seeing a lot of good fortune with this, the podcast and how it's been doing. And that is a testament to all of you who watch and listen. We truly appreciate you. This is a passion of ours. We do not do this because we got bored during 2020. And I'm not putting anybody down for it, but that is the biggest reason. And a lot of people will tell you that. We've been doing this for over a decade. We love doing this. I gave up filmmaking because I love doing this. This is our passion. This is our love. So I want to say thank you for all the good fortune that you're bringing to us and helping us out with and supporting for the show. Now, Casey, I'm going to let you do the rollout and I'll shut up.
I appreciate it as always, my friend. There's nothing I enjoy more in this world than being able to hang out with my friend and have a wonderful conversation about the wacky things that pop in our brains. Hopefully, you have all enjoyed this show. We thank you so much for joining us as always. And maybe we took this hour and maybe able to give you a smile. Forget about the craziness in life and just keep things moving forward. So we appreciate it. Thank you so much. We hope you continue rocking and rolling. And remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to each other.
As always, can't say it better myself, so